What's up, y'all? We're back here with some more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and of the many things we have to do in the post-game, one of them is to collect all of the memories. If we look at our memory bank, all the way down at the bottom here, we have quite a few. A lot of them were obtained in the process of completing the story, but there are all these geoglyphs that Impa helped us realize were connected to memories. So as of right now, we have 12 of the 18 memories. I don't know what order we're going to get the rest of the memories in. Obviously, they're not arranged spatially in any kind of way that resembles the chronology of the memories themselves. But we got number 5, we got number 8, we got 10, 12, and 13. I think we have, and 17, excuse me. We have the rest of them already taken care of. So the nice thing is they give us a little map as a part of this. So if we look at the map down here, I have a picture of it that I'm also staring at on the side here, so I can access it anytime. And if we compare it to our map over here, we can see that they loosely correlate. If you look at this dragon tier right here, and these dragon tiers are parts on the geoglyphs where the actual memory is located. It's a small pool of water that only appears when you're very nearby. So this was tier of the dragon number 2, and if we look at that map there, we can see that there's that structure down here that corresponds to that memory. So, with that in mind, we can clearly see that we have a few dragon tiers left. So we got one kind of up in this region right here that should be visible from the Stone Grove Skyview Tower. That corresponds to that guy right there. Coming down further, we have this guy right here, and then we have this guy all the way down here. However, that corresponds to this one. So there's one that's kind of in between there. So that would be kind of in this area. Maybe would be visible from the Highland Skyview Tower. It's kind of in this no man's land kind of area. So I'm not quite positive on that. And then coming across here, we have one at the very bottom. So this one right here, this creature that corresponds to the 4th dragon tier. That's this guy, right? So we got one kind of in the very bottom, so that should be visible perhaps from one of these shrines. Again, there's no Skyview Towers. Maybe if we just fly south from the Foothill Skyview Tower, that'll be a good way to check it out. And then, making our way back up, or sorry, down over here, we have this one. That's my guy all the way in the corner. And then coming up, we don't have any on this eastern side. So definitely gotta look for this one, and then there's a couple more coming up right here. We have this sword right here. That's Dragon Tier number 11. Obviously corresponds to the Master Sword memory. And we have this thing that looks like a switch. I guess looks like the Purapad, which is going to be somewhere nearby. We have a couple of Skyview Towers in this region. Probably the Elden Canyon one will be a good bet to go. So naturally going to be a pretty good idea to start with the one that's closest to us. So let's go ahead and figure that out. So it's going to be this memory right here that I don't know what that is really trying to show us in that hieroglyph, or geoglyph I should say. But we can certainly fly kind of in the northeast direction from the Stone Grove Skyview Tower. So let's head over there. Hope you're liking the outfit. I thought this was it would be a good gimmick to just rotate outfits every time. And I'm rocking the CC hat. That's a hat in the style of the mayoral candidate from Hateno Village. She and the incumbent mayor Reed, were locked in a very tight race that you actually, not that you help influence the events of that race, but you certainly play a part in how it ends up kind of unfolding, if not affecting. So it's unbearably cold up here. My fire sword is not enough, so I might actually have to change out one of my pieces of my outfit before I even really get to show it off. Let's do that right now. Always annoying when the weather stops you from wearing what you want to wear. We'll definitely keep the hat, but we can probably change out the leggings. The other two pieces of this are a really interesting piece of equipment. This is the Mystic set of equipment that actually, if you get hit, it will make you drop rupees instead of making you lose health. So that's kind of a fun little wrinkle. I'll just put the flag kind of arbitrarily right here, so we have something to target towards. Oh, and there we go. We see it right there. All right. So the other key is to figure out, while we're in the air, preferably, where that dragon's tear is going to be. Now, the key that I remember, and we haven't unlocked one of these memories in a while, or one of these geoglyphs in a while, is that at some point on this, there will be one of these tiers is going to be like a closed circle. And again, it's kind of hard to tell from this far out. But yeah, but one of these things that looks vaguely like a teardrop. Oh, this might be it right here. I don't know if that's just my kind of a thing glitching, or the way it renders the image. But that certainly could be something. I don't know. A little bit hard to tell. Well, hopefully we can tell as we get just a hair closer here. So this, I don't know if this is supposed to be Ganon. If you look at the face kind of in the middle, it does look a bit like Ganon. As we get closer, I think that might be it. Yeah, you can kind of see as it is that zoom out animation, it shows you that pool of water. I think that might be a glitch in how it renders the visual, because it's not supposed to reveal itself as a pool of water until you get extremely close to it. But yeah, that one, you see how that one right there, yeah, right underneath the right kind of hook of the paraglider, that's the only filled in teardrop that we see of all of the little various teardrop shapes. So that is, I think, a pretty good guarantee to be... Oh, I overshot it. Whoops. Yep, that's going to be it right there. Easy money. Always nice when we can just drop down right in front of it. What a ridiculous outfit.
Queen Sonia! Queen Sonia!
Finally, it is mine! Sonia! You were too late, Rauru. You took for granted the godlike power you had in your hands. Do you now see the potential you squandered? As for her, she is merely the first victim of your arrogance. You tried to control me, Rauru, and you will die knowing that you failed. Cannon!
Queen Sonia needs you.
Dang, that's quite the intense memory. We of course knew that our girl Sonia had died, or Sonia, I should say, not Sonia. And from the previous memory, that's when Ganon kind of pulled the bait and switch. He dressed up as Queen Sonia and lured Zelda basically into a trap. And so that's the birth of the Demon King. So Sonia's caught by treachery. That's the previous memory, and then I guess the memory right after that is the Demon King's army. That's when Ganon starts to invade all across Hyrule. So that was a really cool memory. I enjoyed that one quite a bit. As we head over to where the next memory is supposed to be, we can kind of talk through that one. I think we said it was somewhere kind of northeast of the Highland Skyview Tower. So I guess let's just go over there and figure it out from that point. That duel near the end, where Ganondorf unleashed his magic on Rauru and Rauru had the shield, that reminded me of Dumbledore Voldemort in Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. It's like a very, very I don't know if it was meant to be an homage, but it kind of visually looks exactly the same. It's I don't know how to describe it except to use the same words. Voldemort unleashes a bunch of just dark energy at Dumbledore, and Dumbledore just uses his wand to create a shield of, I don't know, just like a semi-translucent type of shield in front of him. So yeah, I don't know why that was so evocative for me. Oh, I should have known. We're still in the freaking cold area, so I still can't wear what I want to wear. Okay, so let's I didn't put the beacon down, did I? Yeah, I think maybe in one of these two. I'm trying to look for regions that look like they could contain a geoglyph. I'm guessing it's going to be this right here or this. Anywhere closer feels too close to this other memory right here, or the other geoglyph right there. I probably could have gone, you know what, let's go over to the shrine. That might be a better bet if my instinct is right, which I'm not sure if it is, but I guess we'll find out. We probably could have just hung out in the air and tried to see if we could tag it in the air, but that's okay. I don't know if we knew what Queen Sonia's power was to begin with. I'm not quite sure of that, actually, so I'll just put the flag here, and then we can jump over to the next peak if we need to from there. Yeah, so we know what all the sage powers were, but I have to go back through and look at the memories and see if it was ever identified what her specific memory was, because that'd be interesting at the very least to understand that. Okay, we'll probably have to go up to the top there. Let's go ahead and grab our bike here. We're really low on Zonite, so I think what I have in my inventory right now is just enough to generate a handful of bikes here that we can use to get around as far as the remaining memories. Okay. So, we don't have the luxury of kind of approaching this from above. Oh, there's a balloon right there. But I guess this bike kind of achieves the same purpose. Well, if I didn't suck at riding the bike, then it would have achieved the same purpose. I was too busy staring at the ground and I didn't keep track because my hover bike is kind of built a little bit shitty. It's pretty hard to get it correct. I don't see where that fully filled in. Oh, there it is, right there, right in front of the hot air balloon. Sick. Okay, let's find out which one this is. I guess since the memories you get in the main quest are kind of scattered about the 18 memories that are part of the game, it doesn't make sense for any of them to be in order. I wish there was just a better way of doing that. Whatever. Let's take a look.
Are you well? You seem a bit distracted.
I apologize. I keep getting lost in my thoughts, thinking about how I can return home. With your power over time, if I were able to learn that kind of control, I might be one step closer to my era.
I see. The secret is to think of it like drawing out the object's memory. You ask the object where it was, how it arrived where it is now, and then you coax it back to that original moment in time.
The object's memory.
I'm sure it will become almost like second nature, and you will be able to find your way home. But Zelda, there is more on your mind than just that.
Huh?
You, of course, do want to get back to your time. But you also desperately want to help us out in this era. Am I close to the truth?
How did you know?
I do not believe it is possible to keep anything secret from Sonia.
Oh, your concern is very sweet, Zelda. But listen, you can focus your attention on returning home. After all, you possess more than power over time. You have a sacred power that can dispel evil. Both of these powers will help you protect your own era.
Queen Sonia.
And of course, you must make it home safe to put Link's mind at ease.
Link? That is not a name I have heard.
He is a royal knight. He had been originally appointed for my protection. But later, he became a hero by saving both me and Hyrule from a great evil.
Oh, a hero is he?
He is so very dedicated, and he refuses to back down from any challenge. He is very strong. And his heart is good and true.
Ah, I can see that you have absolute faith in him. Hearing you speak so highly of Link, I find myself wanting to meet him as well.
Indeed. I would also like to meet him. He must be quite the brave, courageous knight. What a picture Zelda paints of him.
Definitely less action-packed than the last one here. I don't think anyone could be as action-packed as that previous memory. Okay, so I guess that answers and kind of doesn't answer my question that I was just posing. So good timing on that by the memory. But I didn't quite understand the sage roles because Zelda's the Sage of Time, but I guess based on that, it looks like Queen Sonia is also the Sage of Time. She's a Sage of something because she has the little tear necklace, right? See, I don't know what she would have been the sage of. Okay, anyway, I forgot where the next tier would have been. It's somewhere down south in this kind of general area. I want to guess that it was probably right in the middle here. I'm just trying to go by proximity to the other things here. Let's just see if we can see it from the if we fly kind of south from the Skyview Tower. That'd be a good idea. Although somebody's standing right next to that balloon that I probably could have talked to for to trigger some kind of side quest or something. You know what? I guess Zelda she's not one of the original sages, right? She is the present day version of the sage, just like they're the unnamed sages from each of the 4 domains, right? The Zora Sage and the Rito Sage and like Tulin and Yunobo and all them are the present day sages, but we see the past versions of them. So I guess that's the explanation. So I guess they're both the sage of time or something. I guess we could just go over here, but yeah, I just need the aerial view. I don't know if we can see any of that from here. Is that... do I have this one? That might be the one. Oh wait, let's just mark it on the map and see if that's anywhere. Okay, no, we're not. Yeah, we don't have that one. Okay. While we're up in the air, let's also see if we can... oh, I see it, right? Right there, that's your location. My trigger's kind of wild in there. Alright, cool. Don't know what the fastest way, I guess... oh, we got the horse god right there, so we could hopefully take a horse up there, or maybe this one will be faster. This one looks a little bit closer. The Taidarok Shrine. Cool. So I don't know how many sages there were in total. So we had the 4 regional sages. We have Sonia. I would imagine that Rauru counts as one of the sages, and then Mineru, right? She's the 5th. Oh, darn it! I'm in a freaking cave. That's annoying. Let's get out of here. So that makes 7 if Rauru is indeed a sage. Because I don't know if he's like the leader. He's just the leader of all the sages, or if he himself qualifies as a sage. Not quite sure of that. Okay, so we're going to the southeast. That's our yellow flag here. We could probably already also just bike there. Okay. Yeah, good thing we have the benefit of having the Skyview Towers blast us so high up. It just makes it real easy to see. You can't always see the shrines because they can be easily tucked behind, you know, like a hill or something. But with these geoglyphs being so freaking huge, that obviously is going to make a big difference in how easy it is to see them. Okay, yeah. Pretty obvious where that tier is. Dude, look at that bullseye. Bullseye with the bike. Nailed it.
Sonia. Oh, Zelda.
King Rauru, before you face the Demon King tomorrow, there is something I must tell you. I came to this era after finding a man underground.
Go on.
When I witnessed what the Secret Stone did to Ganondorf, at that moment, I knew for sure. What we found underground, that was him. He was still alive, still powerful. He continues to live on, all the way until my time. In tomorrow's battle, we won't be able to defeat him. No matter how strong we think we are, he'll survive. And you will.
Maybe so. But it is my duty to try. It was my hubris that set us on this path. I must atone for my error in judgment. And above all else, I remain the King of Hyrule. As with any leader, it is my duty to safeguard and protect my people, even if I must risk my life.
Rauru.
And if it proves impossible for us to defeat Ganondorf, we rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link. But remember, that was a future where you never appeared in this world. And you are here now. Zelda, I believe there is a reason you were sent to us. It has to mean something.
The reason I am here.
Cool. First of all, Raru's hair looks fucking amazing. Gotta know what kind of product that guy's using. Second of all, I just realized they kind of spoil the final form of Ganon in that first memory that we saw, where he has the red hair and all that. I just been thinking a lot about the hair. And so I'm glad we didn't actually end up seeing that memory beforehand. And that way we could actually be surprised when we saw Ganon Hulk out or boss up or whatever you want to call it. Okay. So now there was one up on the eastern side, right? Kind of above, just north of this one. I would guess it's kind of either here in this range or like kind of down here. That's my guess. Yeah, let's see. Again, it's just last time was helpful with the Skyview Tower, so let's just go ahead and do that again just to get some eyes on it. In that memory, I didn't see a teardrop necklace or whatever on Rauru, so I am unclear as to whether he's a sage, or maybe we saw that in past memories, or he just took it off at that time. I don't know. Always interesting how they navigate these causality loop type of deals in conversations. Like, well, like, we know what's going to happen, and Rauru's like, well, yes, but I must try. It's like, alright, dude, like, it's kind of not the point here, but, whatever. Alright. Let's take a look. Either... I don't imagine it would be big enough to fit on one of these 4 islands. I'm going to guess it's either here, or I guess it could be all the way down here. But I don't remember it being near Hateno. I would think you would be able to see that from the tech lab. So I'm gonna guess it's kind of on this little peninsula thing. Let's just put a flag right there. Fly towards that. I don't know if I see it. Oh, I do see it. Ha, got him. Okay. Oh, and I saw the full teardrop also. See how precise we can get at this kind of an angle. Sure, I think that's good enough. Alright, so we could probably warp towards the... got a shrine right there for us. I don't know where the sequence of that last memory would have been in the full sequence. Or in the full, like, thing of memories. Because I guess it was right before the invasion, so that might actually be one of the memories that's closer to the end of it. Hopefully we can... Oh, come on. Give me an ascend pathway. There we go. That's so strange. Why couldn't I ascend like a centimeter away from that? But that was the only spot I could ascend. Very strange. Okay. Dang, it is rainy out here. A lot of electric enemies. Surprised it's not thundering. Ah, okay. Get some raw meat while we're out here. No, I guess I missed the mark. Unless it was the blue. Maybe it was the blue one. Nope, it wasn't the blue flag either. Yeah, I completely missed. I guess it must have been too far. But oh, there we go. I guess it was the blue one.
King Rauru, we just received word that the last free village in the Gerudo Desert has fallen. At this rate, the Demon King's army will overwhelm us.
I understand. Our only hope is for me to defeat the Demon King.
Rauru, the Demon King. He is not someone you can stop by yourself. But you are not alone. You have the Gerudo, Goron, Zora, and Rito leaders as well as Zelda. And of course, you can count on me.
There's something I'd like to show you all. Stand with me. I need all your aid.
gathered here, swear on our lives to serve Rauru, the King of Light.
So I guess we know Rauru was the King of Light. I don't know if that means he was the Sage of Light, but he was definitely the King of Light. So that's worth something here. All right, now as to where the next one is, I think we said there was one that would be visible from the Canyon Skyview Tower. I forgot which general direction it would be in. I think it's just generally, yeah, perhaps like near this shrine right here. I don't know, near one of these guys. Let's check it out from the canyon. Yeah, I don't even know if, yeah, I feel like it's close by. Because, again, just going off, I'm looking at a picture I took on my phone. You know, it would have been smart if I took a picture using the actual camera in the game. That would have been a pretty good idea. You know what's funny? In the memory where Ganon bosses up, Zelda pulls out the Purapad. Oh, there it is. And I was like, wait, is she gonna use the way the sound effects were? It kind of sounded like she was about to pull out the camera feature in the Purapad. So I was like, what is she doing? She's like recording this moment for history so we can like witness it later on. But yeah, she was using the teleport feature. Okay, so Rauru is the king/sage of light. So I guess that makes sense. There is kind of a history of Zelda having 7 sages or 7 kind of important beings throughout all the different games. So I think it tracks. So yeah, with the 4 regional sages, we have Rauru, Sonia, and Mineru. This one's nice and symmetrical, so we don't even need to flag it. It's gonna be right over here. Ooh, that was a little close, a little closer than I should have cut it for pulling out the glider. Okay.
It is quite an interesting device. This is definitely not from this era. That said, I believe there may be a way to get the travel functionality working here. I'd like to tinker with it a bit. Would it be okay if I borrow it?
Yes, whatever you need. I really appreciate your help.
Then I'll hold on to it.
So you really believe my story? That I came from the future?
I never doubted you for a moment.
Mineru, do you know of a way we could help to return Zelda back to her time?
I suspect it was the power of your secret stone that allowed you to travel through time. To put it simply, secret stones amplify the power their owners possess. I am able to separate my spirit from my body. Rauru can repel or destroy evil with his power of light. And Sonia, she can control time. As for you, I can sense both light and time powers. But your secret stone seems to amplify your time power.
Time power.
Ultimately, the secret stone only amplifies your power. It doesn't suddenly grant you mastery and control. That's still up to you. That means If you don't already know how to get yourself home... There are stories about the secret stones and a forbidden act called draconification. To swallow a secret stone is to become an immortal dragon, one blessed with eternal life.
Interesting. Another way to reach the future, though not a very quick one. So you think these stories could hint at a solution to our dilemma?
Yes. But there is still more to those tales. To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself. That is why it is forbidden. I thought maybe this could lead to a solution, some way to transcend time. But if you have to sacrifice your heart and mind, sacrifice what makes you you. I'm sorry. I wish I could help more.
Back where we started. There's still hope. I think the answer to this problem lies in study and learning more about the nature of your power. I'm sure Sonia would be happy to help you.
Okay.
I wonder how they could have known that the sages were indeed the sages, like the people who they chose as sages would become the sages if they didn't have the secret stones. Like, what makes them sages, you know? How did they know? Aww. That's so sad. Oh, so that's where the dragon's tears, that's where the memories came from. Oh, okay, I see. That's why they're called dragon's tears, I suppose. Oh, cool. We got one right there. So I guess that must be our final memory. I'm actually enjoying kind of learning these memories after going through the main story elements of the game, because I feel like it was actually more of a surprise. Like when you learn about the things, like when you're in the game and you learn, like, oh, Zelda turned herself into a dragon, and that's how the Master Sword is able to get back to our time, and that's how she eventually gets back to our time in human form. That was pretty wild. So obviously these would have been some pretty big spoilers, even though we're playing the game. It's weird when the game gets spoiled for you while you actually play the game. So glad we're doing it this way around. I think the memories I did, the geoglyphs that I did encounter, just by roaming around Hyrule, they didn't actually ruin a lot of the story for me. At least as far as I remember. Alright, it's the final memory. Let's check it out.
Was that the sword that seals the darkness? The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me.
The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes.
After all, you possess more than power over time. You have a sacred power that can dispel evil.
To swallow a secret stone is to become an immortal dragon, one blessed with eternal life.
Mineru, I'm counting on you. will restore the Master Sword for you. I will care for it until the time comes. I will pour my sacred power into it. It will be the weapon that defeats the Demon King.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
You must. Protect them all!
Dang, that was really sad. That was really emotionally affecting. As we return here to me with my stupid ass outfit. I guess the other piece of the storyline that would have been spoiled for me is if is that I would have known that Mineru was the fifth sage, because in the main story memories you don't really get an indication about Mineru. Like, she's kind of just there, but obviously in these memories she appears as a pretty important player in the events of the story. Now, they did say that Zelda has both light and time powers that she possesses. I was wondering about that because we don't have an analog for King Raru. We got the complete woo. We don't have a kind of a comparison for King Raru in the present day, right? Obviously, the four are the four. Oh, there's so many. What? Where all these come from? What? I just grow around the dragon tier. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the four are the four. Mineru is still herself because she's a spirit sage and she can detach from her body. And then Zelda is the sage of time. I'm not a sage, right? I'm just Link. So I don't know. And then I guess maybe Zelda also has light in her, but she's not the sage of light. I don't know. Interesting. Well, that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed literally going through the stroll down memory lane and Tears of the Dragon. I might go back and watch all these back in order. I think the early ones would be nice, especially when like Ganon tries to submit, and Raru doesn't really go for it. So okay, that's all 18 memories. We now have our if we go over to our quests, we now only have 2 remaining, and those 2 are of course satisfied by beating the game. So we'll unfortunately never get those checked off, which is kind of a pet peeve. But okay, we'll leave it there, and we'll pick it up next time with even more post-game content in Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.